So there's one investment vehicle that is looking pretty attractive right now, the fixed rate annuity. I hear you talk about it. You give a life insurance company a lump sum of money, which it invests. In return, it offers guaranteed income. Leslie Schism with the Wall Street Journal picks it up from there.
So the contract specifies a fixed rate of interest per year. 3 to 5 years is typically what consumers like. They can go as short as 1 year. They can go 7 or even longer years. The insurance company then has a fixed rate. It is an annual interest rate it promises to pay you. And it's going to pay that per year. And then at the end of that period, you're going to get your money back from the insurance company. You'll get your principal and your interest.
Brian, why is this interest in this type of annuity picked up right now? Everybody seems to be interested in this one. And how do you go about picking the right one?
Well, you know why there's interest? How much interest are you earning in your bank account right now?
Nada.
Okay.
There you go.
There's your answer.
Okay.
So banks make money off of your money, right? So when you have, banks are depositories, right? You deposit money in there, and if you have $2,000, they're not making a lot of money off you. They're making anything probably. But it's folks that have accumulated and saved well, and they have $200,000 on average in somebody's account, and they're paying 0 or 0.5 or something very minimal, right? And you
get your dividend check, and it's like $4.32.
Yeah, it's not even worth giving to your accountant or whoever's doing your taxes, right? To even. And sometimes if it's so low, they don't even send you one. But the point is that CDs, certificates of deposit, it's been a popular tool for, I want to call it wealth building, but saving conservatively. Going back 20 years, you could get 5-6%, right, in a 4 or 5 years.
I haven't heard of that in years.
It's been a long time, right? So these are the alternative to certificates of deposit. It's very similar in the sense of the time and the commitment. But they're different because one's with a bank, one's with an insurance company, right? And they're also, they can change the taxation if it's after-tax money. And after-tax meaning the money that's sitting in your checking account right now, right? Burning the hole in your pocket that you're earning, what did you say again? Point nothing?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. So you're not earning anything. You go, look, honey, we got this $200,000 sitting in the checking account. And Brett does have that much, by the way, right now. I just checked his bank account.
Yep.
But no, if you had that $200,000 sitting there, you're like, how much do we really need for emergencies? We've already fixed up the house, right? We got the new bike. We got all the toys we want. So can we take 150 or 170, whatever our comfort level is in a liquid checking account, and we put it into something that's going to be more long term? And so you look at CDs, and of course I look at this constantly because we have our assets invested with our clients at Fidelity. We have a relationship with Charles Schwab too, but the point is they have the ability to give you a CD, banks do, right? And the CDs are kind of hovering around 3.5%, 2, 3, 5 year. And you go, that's pretty good. Because just a little bit ago, it was like 1.5. I mean, 6 months, a year ago wasn't that great for CDs. CDs have gone up. But you look at a fixed annuity, and fixed meaning it's guaranteed principally protected by the claims paying ability of the insurance company.
Okay.
Right? So if you look at a 5-year, there's some that are paying 4.5%. It's pretty good. It's better than a CD, right? And then if you have money after tax, then obviously you have the ability to defer the tax, right? So if you put $1 million in there and you're earning 4.5%, right, that's $45,000 a year, and you're not paying tax on that income. And if you're a high income earner, which if you have that much money, a lot of times you can be, right? You are typically earning about another 30% in tax deferral, right? So you're getting a higher rate of return. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So you're almost earning
HCE.
Well, no. So you're basically earning over a 1% return because you're not paying tax on that tax, right? Because if it's deferred, you're not paying tax on it, right? It's like
right.
And so you basically.
I'm just wondering what the threshold is to be a high income earner. Where does that begin?
Well, it's not. I'm just using it as a general term. High income earner could. Some people think they're high income at 150, and then people are making $500,000 as high income earner.
Yeah.
But high income earners when you're probably 30 to 40% tax rate with federal and state.
Okay.
Because a third of your money is going to the government.
Yeah.
right? And you think about that, it's like, you're working 4 months out of the year.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah,
Uncle,
right,
uncle, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that's what they call him, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Uncle. So you, so 4 to 5%, and then if you got after-tax money in there, it's like you're earning 5 to 5.5% because of the tax deferral feature. Where CDs, you're paying the interest on it right away, right? Like that's so that's what a fixed annuity. It's not. There's no bells and whistles. These things. It's not like you're gonna get 12% if the market goes up or any of that stuff. You're just keeping your money safe. It's not. Look, for 90% of our clients that come in, they're not a fit because somebody is in it for the long haul. When the market takes off, this is the problem. The market goes up 50%.
Then you're stuck with that.
And you're sitting there for 5%,
yeah.
4% for 4 or 5 years. Then you're going to go, man, I really should have just hung on, should have stayed in the stock market. But if you're on a scale 1 to 10, we find out what their goal is, right? Some people are like, I got a client. He's like, I'm going to buy a car. And our car's probably going to die about 2 years. That's our goal. I got 50 grand sitting here, but I don't want to risk it in the stock market. So, okay, we'll buy a 2-year annuity or a CD for 3%, 3.5%. And then your money's safe and you know that you're going to get the interest. It's simple, right? And then at the end of the 2 years for your CD or your fixed annuity, you got the money, you got to buy the car. The car is going to die, right? That's your goal. So you can kind of set it up that way. But for investing long term, the problem is our inflation isn't 4%.
That's the very thing that was going through my mind, because the whole time you've been talking, I hear your words from shows ago where you're going, okay, but if you're making 4% and inflation is 17%, your net loss of
So the reason it's coming up a lot, and the reason Wall Street Journal, Leslie Schism is talking about it, is because interest rates, literally just a year ago, you're talking 2.8%.
Right.
It was a 5-year. So they've dramatically gone up, and people are going,
Then they just raise them
let's
another
see,
3/4.
4.5% guarantees. And the market goes down. It starts making people question, going, I'm tired of the stock market up and down. 2020, it went down, and it come back, but then it went down again this year. So we've had, some folks kind of going, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the ups and downs, and they want something fixed. Well, this is a fit. Now, our typical client doesn't do that because they know that to keep up with inflation, you probably got to be at 7 or 8%, and there's nothing that's fixed and guaranteed at 7 or 8%.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't exist. If anybody, we did have somebody recently call us and say, I had this guy, I said with MetLife, I can get this 7% guaranteed return. I said, don't call him back. There isn't such a thing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No, A plus rated insurance company MetLife isn't offering 7%. Guaranteed.
I got some oceanfront property in Wyoming I'd like to sell.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I know a couple guys that would sell it to you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just the word annuity. And I don't know that it's from you because, like you said, it depends on the person. But the word annuity scares me.
It's understanding what it is, right? A lot of people go, annuity is scary. Well, yeah, it is if you don't understand it. It's kind of like Bitcoin. You were talking about your, what was it? Was it Dogecoin? Is that the one you lost all the money on?
No, it was a dog. It was the dog one. Which one was it, Jake? The dog. Shiba Inu.
Yeah, that was going to kill it. You were going to retire early on that one.
Well, I only put a couple $100 in it, but yeah.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And then I bailed out when I only had like 99.
What's that worth now?
You got any idea, Jake?
Say. It went down to 0. Well, okay. I hope some people didn't put their $10 million in it. But so there's, it's a trade-off. Any investment, you're giving up something to gain something else, right? A fixed annuity or CD, you give up the upside when the market takes off, right? And you miss out on the opportunity. But then you're gaining safety, right? You're gaining some kind of a added peace of mind, knowing that, hey, at least it's safe, right? And some people, that's really important. And that's the thing. You get to a certain stage of your life, some people are like, I just don't want to lose it. Then you should probably look into alternatives. Now, real estate's definitely more conservative, right? There's a lot of things that are more conservative or fit. Doesn't have to be one of these, but there's obviously pros and cons to everything.
And I've found that on the new website, If you go to retirementplannow.com and over on the right it says join our page or visit our page, there's a whole section about real estate investing, and it's cool. It's got DST brochure. That's a free brochure, basics of DSTs, how DSTs can work for you, and how to get started. You should check it out, definitely. Retirementplannow.com. That's the website, retirementplannow.com, or you can call this number 866-2PLAN-4. That's 866-TO-PLAN and the number 4. Just remember that complimentary blueprint has your name on it if you've saved at least $1 million or more towards your retirement, and the private wealth division, if you save $5 million or more, that qualifies you. 866-TO-PLAN and the number 4.